If y'all would have caught me 2 days ago, I'd had a lot to say. But today, I just want to. The only reason I'm doing this because I told y'all I would do it. I would hop up and give y'all like a full review of this and that. But really, I was mad as fuck because the shit was trash. So I'm talking about Makoto's off Babcock by that new arcade there in Melbourne, Florida. I remember Makoto's when I was a little kid. The shit was fire. Now that I've had a couple of days to think about it, here's what I want to say. I blame the managers. I blame the management. I blame whoever was in charge of that restaurant. Because it seemed like somebody in there said, get them in and out as fast as the fuck you can so we can make money. Instead of saying, hey, some motherfuckers might not make it in here tonight. Some people might have to wait a little bit. But when they get in, they're going to get that experience. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will admit, I have not been to a Makoto's since I was a little kid. Teenager. Yeah. So, that's years. Because as you can see, got some grays on the beard. That's a long time. So, it might be a fucked up thing. But let me run down my resume. When I was 14 years old, my very first real job besides selling dime bags was working at Yamato's. I'm not trying, whatever. I worked at Yamato's on Palm Bay Road, right there by Pooley's. If you're from Palm Bay, you know what I'm saying. It's between Babcock and US 1 and that little plaza to the left where the Pooley's might still be there. Yamato's ain't there. But that's where I worked, my first job. It was a Japanese steakhouse, and there wasn't one Japanese motherfucker in there. It was owned by Koreans. The whole kitchen had fucking Vietnamese, Taiwanese, and meat and kimchi. That was it. It was Vietnamese people, Taiwanese people, and me and Kim. And me and Kim were high as fuck all the time. Shout out Juhee. Juhee, what up, girl? Where you at nowadays? Hey, but listen. But we know what this shit's supposed to look like and be like. You dig? Where I live right now, we have a real dope hibachi steakhouse called Osaka. Man, you gotta go in, you gotta go through little koi fish ponds and all kinds of shit. This motherfucker, it was like Makoto's right now in Melbourne is like a swap meet version of what a fucking Japanese steakhouse with the hibachi grill is supposed to be, or at least what us Americans think it's supposed to be. You know, it was, man, that shit was fucking nasty the other day. So let me just break it down. We had a reservation. It was Mother's Day. So this is what I'm thinking. Because it was Mother's Day, somebody was like, just get them in, get them out, and we'll make so much money. But you're not in the long run. And I'm going to break it down for you. We got there. We had a reservation. We went in. We said, hey, reservation for this time o'clock. And they treated it like a doctor's office, man. They were like, oh, you're here at 3:30? Okay, we were there at 3:20 to let them know our reservation was 3:30. We didn't sit down till till 4:45. We were outside walking around waiting for these motherfuckers to call out. We were like, what the fuck is going on? And, you know, you wait a half hour. You're like, well, I don't want to leave right now because they can call my name any minute. Nope. So they finally called us in. They're going to bring us to the back of this building and sit us at this table. When we sat down at the table, it was like, it seems kind of dirty. That's what I felt. Like, they didn't spruce this up enough for the next people. Like, something's off. But when we sat down, the table next to us was still getting their shit. You know, they were not done yet. But before our cook even came out, the table next to us got done, and I sat there and I'm looking at them clean this table next to us, and I'm like, oh, if they cleaned our table like that table if anything falls on this table, don't fucking pick it up and eat it, because they didn't clean that shit. Right? Doing my Makoto's review, it was terrible the other day.